Chosen ones, listen closely. This moment is not random, and you're not here by mistake. God has a very specific word for you today. This message is coming at exactly the right time. Because there's something in your life that has been quietly holding you back, and heaven is telling you it's time to stop. God sees every part of your journey, your actions, your thoughts, your energy, and the choices you're making right now. He knows what has been draining you, delaying your progress, and blocking the blessings you've been praying for. Before His gifts can fully manifest in your life, there's something He's asking you to let go of once and for all. Take a deep breath right now and pause. This is a holy interruption. God sees you, He knows your heart, and He is ready to guide you into the next stage of your calling. If this message is speaking to you already, don't just scroll past. Tap like, join our family of believers, and type 99 in the comments. This simple act sends a signal to the world that your spirit is ready to receive what's coming next. If you are truly one of the chosen, your heart will recognize these words and stay with me until the end, because this message was crafted for you. But hear me carefully. If you're not ready for truth, this will feel heavy. Yet, if you are ready and stay with me, your life will never be the same again. Listen to that gentle voice inside you, the whisper you've been ignoring. That's your spiritual calling, the very reason you were created. For too long, many of us have silenced that voice because we're busy chasing temporary distractions or because fear has convinced us to stay small. But God has been patient, waiting for you to step fully into your purpose. Every time you ignore His call, you block a part of the light meant to shine through you. This is why He's saying, stop running from the path I've already prepared for you. Every moment you delay is a moment you could have been walking in your destiny. This is your wake-up call. Stop resisting what God has already planned. He has been preparing you for this season, shaping you, strengthening you, and aligning everything so that when you finally say yes, you can step into your mission without hesitation. Right now, you stand at a choice point. Keep running or walk boldly into the future He designed for you. God doesn't want you to live a small life. He wants you to live the life you were created for. There's a power within you. He placed there long before you were born. That energy, that fire in your soul, is sacred. It's not just meant to be wasted on distractions, temporary pleasures, or fleeting temptations. If you direct that energy towards spiritual growth, discipline, and purpose, you'll experience a deeper connection with the divine than you've ever known. Your life will transform in ways you once thought were impossible. Redirecting your energy doesn't mean rejecting your desires, it means mastering them. True power comes when your energy is aligned with your higher calling. Every moment you invest in spiritual discipline or in causes bigger than yourself is like sowing seeds into your future. God sees your effort, your struggle, and your sacrifices, and He honors them. When you shift your focus, you stop living for passing wants and begin living from a place of divine clarity. No earthly desire can stop the plan God has for you. Trust His timing, trust His process, and watch as doors open that you couldn't have opened on your own. Even your sexual energy, chosen one, is holy. It's a gift from God. Used wisely, it can build you up, elevate your emotions, and empower your spirit. Used carelessly, it can drain you. But today, God is calling you to rise, to take control, and to use every part of yourself for the destiny He created you for. Too many times, we misuse this powerful force and allow it to guide us down paths that lead to emptiness. But God, who created you and knows every detail of your being, understands exactly what this energy was designed for, across countless spiritual traditions and teachings. This force is recognized not as something shameful or small, but as something sacred, a bridge between the physical and the spiritual, meant for creation, inspiration, and deep spiritual growth. When it is used rightly, it has the power to ignite your creativity, elevate your emotions, and draw you closer into an intimate relationship with God Himself. But when misdirected, it drains your strength, clouds your clarity, and slows your spiritual progress, leaving you feeling empty and disconnected. This is why God doesn't want you to throw away this precious gift. He calls you to honor it, to protect it, and to channel it into your greater purpose. When you start treating this energy with respect, something inside you shifts. Your eyes begin to open spiritually. You begin to rise above the noise of the physical world and connect with the divine creative power that has been living inside you all along. This energy can become your greatest ally on your journey toward fulfilling your true calling. So, chosen one, don't waste it. Accept it, respect it, and let it fuel your growth into the person God created you to be. Remember this, you are given only so much energy each day. How you spend it will decide what your life looks like tomorrow. The world constantly tries to distract you, to pull you toward things that do not matter, draining your mind and spirit. But God sees your potential clearly, and He knows you are capable of something far greater than these empty pursuits. When you begin to focus your energy on spiritual growth, your life shifts in ways you never imagined. Every single moment you spend aligned with your divine calling builds a stronger, deeper relationship with God. The way to do this is simple. Pour your energy into activities that nourish your soul. Prayer, meditation, service, creativity. When you create, when you serve, when you quiet your heart before Him, you connect with the higher version of yourself, the one God already sees. This is not a time to waste your life on distractions. Your energy is holy, chosen one, and what you do with it determines the path ahead. If you spend it on meaningless things, not only will you hold yourself back, but you will also dim the light of God inside you that was meant to shine brightly for the world. Don't let another day slip away. When you begin to invest your energy in your spiritual growth, life begins to feel rich with meaning. Your heart becomes clear. Your steps become guided. In a world that celebrates instant pleasure and temporary satisfaction, celibacy is often misunderstood, but for God's chosen ones, it is not a punishment. It is a powerful spiritual tool. It's not about denial, it's about direction. It's about redirecting your energy away from distractions and toward your higher calling. Choosing celibacy doesn't mean you are losing something. It means you are gaining something far greater. You are strengthening your connection to God, sharpening your focus, and preparing yourself for your divine mission. God sees how much strength it takes to walk this path, and He honors your decision to step away from the noise of the world. Celibacy creates space inside you, space for insight, for creativity, for revelation, and for a deeper intimacy with Him. When you learn to govern your desires, instead of letting them govern you, your true purpose begins to unfold, and you start to hear God's voice more clearly. This is not about hiding who you are. It's about honoring who you truly are, the person God created you to be. Walking this holy path leads to peace, clarity, and rapid spiritual growth because your heart and mind are no longer divided. Trust that God is with you every single step, shaping you into the person He's called you to be. The world may see sexual energy as something shallow, but to the chosen ones, it is far more than that. It is a holy power that must be protected, respected, and used for a higher purpose. And when you do, you will see your life transformed from the inside out. God is deeply aware of the immense power He has placed inside you, chosen one, and He is calling you to awaken it for something greater than yourself. This force within you was never meant to be wasted or misused. It was designed to create, to inspire, and to fuel your divine mission. When you begin to direct your sexual energy consciously, you step into the stream of divine creation itself. This isn't just about resisting temptation, it's about transforming your very life. Used rightly, this energy strengthens your spiritual practices, deepens your connection to your higher self, and awakens gifts inside you that you didn't even know were there. God gave you this energy as a sacred gift, not as a burden or a curse. And every time you respect it, you lift yourself higher and release more light into the world. Stop seeing your physical energy as something to burn away for quick, fleeting pleasures. Instead, recognize it as a divine force meant to help you fulfill the work God has given you. When you start to align yourself with your greater calling, you will begin to taste a life filled with real happiness, deep satisfaction, and endless creativity. God sees everything, chosen one, your struggles, your hidden desires, and your prayers. But He also sees the extraordinary calling on your life. He knows you were made for something bigger than distractions or temporary highs. Now is the moment to shift your focus, to answer your spiritual calling, and to live the life you were designed to live. The world needs the light that only you can bring, and God already knows you have what it takes to deliver it. Chosen one, you don't have to deny your desires, you simply need to learn to channel them in a way that uplifts your soul. Your urges are strong, but without guidance they can pull you away from your path. Yet, if you choose to consciously redirect your desires, you will find yourself growing spiritually in ways you never imagined. God knows every hidden strength within you. He knows you are capable of reaching heights you cannot even picture yet. But this requires discipline, awareness, and a deep commitment to your greater mission. It's a shift of the heart and mind, one that unlocks doors only He can open. As soon as you stop giving in to passing urges, your spiritual vision sharpens. You stop chasing what fades and start hungering for what feeds your soul. This shift in mindset brings you closer to God and to your high calling. When you aim your desires toward higher goals, creativity blossoms, clarity deepens, and an unshakable peace begins to take root in your heart. This is not a loss, this is transformation. When you step into this higher level of living, everything around you begins to change. New doors open. Relationships deepen. Opportunities align. Your life begins to mirror the divine energy you've chosen to channel. You're no longer just growing for yourself. You're becoming a part of God's larger flow of creation. He has been waiting for you to grasp this truth. Changing your desires is the key to a level of spiritual growth you cannot yet imagine. To some, discipline may seem like restriction, but to those who are called, like you, chosen one, discipline is the sacred key to your higher calling. God knows you have the strength to become more disciplined. He isn't calling you to this to punish you, but to position you. Discipline brings order and focus to your spiritual journey. It ensures that every step you take lines up with your divine mission. Every time you choose focus over distraction, whether by mastering your desires, quieting your mind, or making space for your spiritual practices, you are walking closer to God's heart. As your focus strengthens, your vision becomes clearer. God doesn't want you to wander aimlessly. He wants you to move forward with purpose. Practicing divine discipline changes your entire life. You stop merely reacting to the world and start shaping your reality with God's guidance. When your energy, thoughts, and actions are aligned, you begin living the life that was always meant for you. discipline isn't a limitation. It's the door to your freedom. God already knows what you are capable of. Now it's time for you to see it too. There is a spiritual secret, chosen one, that so many people overlook, but it holds the key to living a truly meaningful and joyful life. This secret is called the art of transmuting energy, the ability to transform your sexual, angry, fearful, or restless energy into something powerful and holy. When you understand how to change the energy inside you, you begin to live life on purpose instead of just letting life happen to you. You no longer see obstacles as blockages. You begin to see them as tools, as stepping stones to higher ground. God has placed within you a power that can turn struggles into strength, pain into progress, and problems into opportunities for spiritual growth. Imagine using the very things that once held you back as fuel to move you forward. This is the power of transformation waiting inside you. As you learn to change your energy, something shifts. Low vibrations like anger, fear, or temptation stop controlling you. Instead, you take that same energy and turn it into love, creativity, and spiritual clarity. God gave you this gift so you would never have to be a prisoner of your emotions or circumstances. This is not just positive thinking. This is a spiritual force that can move mountains when you know how to use it. You are the chosen one. This ability already lives inside you. Accept it, step into it, and watch your life transform in ways you never imagined. The world around you may still try to tempt and distract you, whether through pleasures, harmful habits, or heavy thoughts. But you are stronger than those temptations. Every time you resist, you grow. Every time you turn away from distraction and toward your purpose, you rise higher. Don't be afraid of temptation. See it for what it is, an invitation to become stronger. Even when you fall, what matters most is that you keep moving forward. Every choice you make in alignment with your divine purpose is a step toward a life of true joy and meaning. God has already given you everything you need to succeed: strength, wisdom, and His constant guidance. You only need to trust Him and keep your focus on the path ahead. Temptations will always be there, but they don't have to rule your life. You have the strength to overcome them. And as you do, you'll feel closer to God, more at peace, and more fulfilled than ever before. Staying focused on your higher calling protects you from the distractions that would steal your time and energy. One of the most important spiritual skills you can ever develop is self-control. God knows that self-control isn't about denying yourself joy. It's about unlocking your power. Without it, your desires can scatter you in every direction, leaving you tired and disconnected from your purpose. But when you master self-control, you take back your power and align your life with God's will. This isn't about saying no to everything. It's about saying yes to what truly matters. Your real strength doesn't come from the outside world. It flows from within you, from the part of you that is already connected to God. When you control your urges, you're no longer driven by impulse. You're guided by purpose. That's the beginning of spiritual awakening. Knowing that you are far more than your body's wants or your fleeting emotions. You are a holy being with a mission written by God Himself. God knows the magnitude of what you can accomplish. He knows that if you learn to govern yourself, you will awaken fully to your divine mission. Self-control brings you closer to your higher self, and your life begins to radiate the clarity and wisdom that only come from walking closely with Him. Your desires are not evil. They are part of being human. But when they drift out of alignment with your higher calling, they can pull you off the path that leads to your destiny. Mastering your desires is about redirecting that energy to serve God's plan for your life. It's about moving from reaction to intention, from chaos to creation. Everything you long for at the deepest level, love, connection, satisfaction, is already tied to your higher purpose. When your wants and God's plan begin to line up, your life takes on meaning, depth, and a spiritual weight that can be felt by everyone around you. God's plan includes your desires, but He calls you to learn how to direct them toward the highest good. When you do this, your energy becomes a spiritual force propelling you straight into your true calling. There's a power within you that can transform every area of your life, healing, creating, inspiring. Once you learn to handle it well, God already knows you have this power. Now it's time for you to discover it, embrace it, and live it. Chosen ones, for a long time, you may have felt stuck, caught in a cycle of distractions and small, fleeting pleasures that never truly fill you. But today, God is calling you to a higher purpose, a path that brings clarity, peace, and real fulfillment. You have a choice, right now, to redirect your energy toward what truly matters: your spiritual growth, your divine purpose, and your connection with the infinite. When you begin to focus on your higher calling, everything starts to shift. Challenges that once felt overwhelming now become opportunities for growth. Confusion transforms into clarity, frustration into creativity, and restlessness into lasting peace. Every step you take in alignment with your calling is a step closer to the life you were always meant to live. The moment you consciously decide to change your focus, doors open to divine possibilities that you may not have imagined before. The energy you once wasted on temporary pleasures begins to fuel spiritual awareness, inner peace, and a deep sense of satisfaction. Short-term joys may seem tempting, but they cannot give you the enduring happiness that comes from living in alignment with God's plan. God knows your heart and understands that your true destiny is far greater than anything fleeting this world offers. The distractions that once occupied your time and attention no longer serve your soul. They keep you from living the life you were born to live. Stop chasing things that leave you empty, and instead pour your energy into your higher purpose. When you do this, you begin to tap into a source of joy and peace that cannot be shaken, a divine flow that carries you effortlessly toward your calling. God's plan for you is infinitely more beautiful and rewarding than any short-lived satisfaction. Accept your divine mission, and the path forward will become clear. Fulfillment and connection await you at every turn, chosen one, as long as you trust in God's timing and wisdom. God knows the extraordinary potential within you. He sees your talents, your gifts, and the unique abilities that make you who you are. He has equipped you with everything necessary to accomplish your mission. But to fully step into that power, you must focus your energy on what truly matters. Now is the time to stop wasting energy on distractions, to stop delaying your purpose, and to start living the life that aligns with God's plan. The world needs your light, your creativity, your passion, your special gifts, and they can only shine when you dedicate yourself to your higher calling. Believe in your infinite potential. Align your energy with God's vision for your life, and watch as your reality begins to transform. You are capable of more than you can imagine. Now is the time to step fully into your mission, to embrace the life that has been waiting for you all along. You have everything you need. The only thing left is to act. Are you ready, chosen one, to live your purpose boldly and fully? Deep down, you know life is more than what you see. There is a spiritual calling on your life, a purpose that cannot be ignored. You may have been avoiding it, running from it, or even unsure of what it is. But the truth is clear: your purpose is ready for you, and you already possess everything you need to embrace it. Ignoring this calling might offer temporary comfort, but it will never bring lasting fulfillment. The longer you wait, the more restless your soul becomes. That restlessness, chosen one, is God's gentle way of nudging you toward what you were created to do. Your calling was planned before your first breath. God is patiently waiting for you to step forward, knowing that you are capable, knowing that the timing is perfect. Soon, the pieces of your life will start to fall into place. Events, opportunities, and relationships that once seemed random will reveal themselves as part of a divine pattern. Nothing is by accident. Now is the time to stop postponing your purpose and step into alignment with your divine mission. God has given you everything you need to succeed. It's up to you to stop running from your destiny and start walking boldly toward it. This is when true spiritual awakening begins. There are countless temptations and false promises of happiness all around you, yet God knows the truth. The only way to awaken fully and live a life of real meaning is to stop searching for validation from the world and start looking within yourself. This stop isn't about doing nothing. It's a deliberate pause, a sacred moment where you create space to listen. In the quiet, in the stillness, you begin to hear the soft whispers of your soul, the guidance that God has been sending all along, waiting for you to tune in. It is in these silent moments that your true self begins to emerge. The things that once controlled you, anxieties, doubts, pressures from society, begin to lose their hold. You start to remember who you truly are, the being that was created with a purpose far greater than temporary approval or external praise. Through this pause, your perspective shifts. The noise of the world fades, the pressure to conform diminishes, and you reconnect with your higher calling. You no longer feel rushed or distracted. Instead, you begin to see your path with clarity, and you understand that your journey is uniquely yours. God sees the longing of your heart, chosen one, and He knows your rising has already begun. This act of stopping, of pausing intentionally, is the spark that ignites the full force of your spiritual transformation. Fear has walked beside you for far too long, whether it's fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown. It has kept you small, hesitant, and unable to step into your full power. But know this: fear is never stronger than the divine strength within you. You were not made to live in fear. You were made to overcome it, to rise above it. Fear often pretends to protect you, whispering that it is keeping you safe. But in truth, it has been holding you back from the abundant life God has prepared for you. When you allow fear to guide your choices, you limit your potential. You hide from opportunities, from growth, from the life you were meant to lead. But God never called you to stay small. He called you to rise. Every time you confront fear directly, you break its hold. Every time you step forward despite fear, your faith grows stronger, and you move closer to fulfilling your divine purpose. Fear may still appear, but it no longer has the power to control you. The divine power within you is greater than any obstacle or fear that tries to block your path. Every step you take toward courage strengthens your spirit and deepens your connection to God's plan for your life. You were made to walk confidently in your truth, to create a life of meaning, to shine your unique light into the world. The moment you stop letting fear dictate your choices is the moment you unlock your unlimited potential. In a world filled with distractions, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. But chosen one, your path to spiritual clarity begins when you shift your focus inward. God has given you a purpose that demands your full attention. The world will constantly try to pull you in countless directions, but it is up to you to decide where your energy goes. When you redirect your focus toward your higher calling, everything changes. You begin to see your life with clarity, understanding your true purpose, and you stop living for the approval of others. Instead, you live to honor the satisfaction and growth of your soul. When your energy is focused on what truly matters, your actions align with your divine calling. You are no longer scattered or uncertain about your next step. Instead, you are grounded, confident, and clear. Learning to redirect your attention takes discipline, self-awareness, and a willingness to release distractions. But each time you do, you strengthen your connection with God and deepen your understanding of yourself. This is the path to true spiritual clarity, when your focus is no longer on the chaos of the world, but on the divine guidance that resides within you. God already knows the wisdom your soul has been seeking, and it's waiting for you. That wisdom comes alive the moment you decide to redirect your energy toward your higher mission. Stop allowing distractions to pull you off course. Begin focusing on what truly matters and watch as your life unfolds perfectly in alignment with God's plan. In a world obsessed with applause and recognition, it's easy to get caught up in chasing validation from others. You may constantly crave praise, acknowledgement, or reassurance. But as a chosen one, know this: God's approval is the only affirmation that truly matters. The fleeting recognition of the world cannot compare to the eternal acceptance of the divine. When you seek validation from others, you surrender your power. You allow outside forces to define your worth, and in doing so, you lose sight of your true value. But when you stop seeking approval from the world, you reclaim that power and reconnect with the undeniable truth. God has already made you worthy. Your value isn't determined by opinions, judgments, or applause. It's determined by who you are in God's eyes. His acceptance is not earned, it is unconditional. It is already yours. When you embrace this truth, your need for external approval dissolves, and you begin to live fully in alignment with your divine purpose. True confidence arises from within, not from the praise of others. God knows your heart, your potential, and the greatness you are capable of achieving. You do not need anyone else's support to step into your destiny. His approval alone is more than enough to guide you. And chosen one, your past does not define you. Too often, we allow past mistakes, failures, or regrets to chain us, convincing ourselves that we are unworthy of the divine purpose awaiting us. But God sees your past differently. Every hardship, every challenge, every misstep was shaping you for this very moment. You are not your past, you are the result of all that you have learned and endured. The instant you stop identifying with your past, you open the door to your true potential. God has already forgiven you, and now it's time for you to forgive yourself. Let go of shame, guilt, and limiting beliefs. They only keep you from stepping into the life you were created to live. Your future is not determined by what you've been through, but by the choices you make from this moment forward. Stop living in the shadows of your past and step fully into the light of your divine calling. God has greater plans for you than you can even imagine. He created you for a life of impact, purpose, and abundance. Yet too often, we hold ourselves back, playing small, dimming our light, staying silent when we were meant to speak, and settling for far less than we deserve. But chosen one, God knows your true potential. He knows that you are capable of greatness far beyond what you've allowed yourself to believe. Playing small is a form of self-sabotage. It keeps you from stepping into your power, your purpose, and the full measure of your potential. But God did not create you to shrink or fade. He made you to shine brightly, to share your gifts, and to fulfill a unique divine mission that only you can accomplish. When you stop playing small, everything changes. You no longer apologize for your brilliance. You begin to share your gifts with courage and confidence. Doubt loses its hold, and you start trusting in the divine power within you. God has equipped you with everything you need to live fully in your purpose. It's time to stop shrinking, to embrace your greatness, to step into your divine power, and to watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. You were made for more, and now it's time to claim it. The search for fulfillment outside of yourself, through the opinions or praise of others, will always feel empty. True satisfaction, true purpose, and true power come from living in alignment with God's plan, trusting His guidance, and embracing the gifts He has placed within you. Your time to rise, chosen one, is now. Chosen one, far too often we look outside ourselves for happiness, believing that joy lies in possessions, relationships, or status. Yet God knows the truth. You are already complete. Everything you need for fulfillment has always been within you. External things can bring temporary pleasure, but they will never fill the deeper longing of your soul. True contentment comes from connecting with the divine within, not from chasing what the world promises. The reality is that your worth is inherent. It does not depend on what you have, what others think, or what you achieve. You were created as a child of God, whole and enough exactly as you are. When you awaken to this truth, you stop looking for fulfillment outside yourself and begin cultivating the inner peace and clarity that comes from living in alignment with your divine purpose. God has already placed all the love, joy, and strength you need inside you. Your happiness is waiting in the stillness, in the connection between your heart and the divine. God sees your worth, and now it is time for you to recognize it too. When you stop seeking validation from the world, you discover a peace that cannot be shaken by circumstances or opinions. Far too often, we settle for less than we deserve because of fear, doubt, or the belief that we are not worthy of more. But chosen one, God knows you are destined for the fullness of life. Your divine inheritance is ready, but it requires you to stop accepting mediocrity and start claiming the abundance that is rightfully yours. Settling for less is a subtle form of self-rejection. When you tell yourself, "This is enough," you deny the joy, purpose, and blessings God has already prepared for you, but you were made for so much more. You were created to live fully, to love deeply, and to experience joy and purpose in every moment. God has already prepared a life of abundance for you. It is waiting, but you must step forward to claim it. This isn't about perfection. It's about aligning with your highest self, embracing your divine calling, and stepping into the life God has destined for you. Stop settling. Step boldly into your divine inheritance. Chosen one, and claim the abundance that is yours by right. One of the biggest obstacles to your destiny is procrastination, waiting for the perfect moment or the right circumstances can keep you stuck in limbo for years. But God knows that true power exists in the present moment. The time to act is now, not tomorrow, not next week. Procrastination often comes from fear, doubt, or a lack of trust in God's timing. We delay taking the next step because we feel unprepared. But the truth is God has already equipped you with everything you need. The moment you act, the universe begins to move in alignment with your purpose. God has given you everything necessary to move forward. When you stop delaying, you break free from fear and hesitation. Doors begin to open, opportunities appear, and the world starts to shift around you. The perfect moment is not something you wait for. It is something you create through action. Stop waiting. Step forward. Take the first step today and watch as everything else falls into place, exactly as God has planned for you. This is just the beginning of the journey God has for you. The truths you've heard today are seeds planted in your soul, but there is so much more waiting to be revealed. Every video, every message is designed to guide you closer to your divine purpose, to help you awaken more of the power and clarity that already lives within you. If you felt this message in your heart, if it stirred something deep inside you, don't stop here. Stay with me. Watch the next video and the one after that, because each one will take you further, lifting the veil on your spiritual path and showing you the steps to live the life you were always meant to live. Your journey is unfolding, and you deserve to see it in full. Remember, chosen one, God has called you for greatness, and every insight, every teaching, every moment of reflection brings you closer to your full potential. Hit that follow button, join our community, and let's walk this path together. Don't miss the next message. Your divine mission is waiting, and the next step is just ahead.